Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to another Sunday Night Creator Live Hangout, thingamajig, whatever you want to call this. Tonight, we are doing the Stream With Me live stream again. I like to do this once a month since we kicked it off a couple of months ago, where if you are new to live streaming, maybe you're just a bundle of nerves and you don't want to start live streaming yet because you're afraid of yada, yada, yada. Tonight, you can come live with me on my channel. We can work through whatever hurdles you might have. We can talk about whatever things are stopping you from actually going live. And I will be dropping a link in the chat just a little bit later for that. There's a couple things I want to talk about first. But before we get started, how's everybody doing? Let me know where you're watching from. Chantel, how you doing? Serendipity Bakery, how you doing? Douglas, how you doing, man? Nice to see you in the house, by the way. I still don't have all of those. We're still waiting for a couple of winners to come together. Didn't forget about you. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, this is the official Alight Motion account, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to make motion graphics on your phone, this is the app right here. Hope you're doing well, dude. See who else is in here. Hey, Magic Flynn Potato, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Mr. Camera Junkie Pixel Pia, how you doing? Sweeney Dunstan, Mike Makaish, man, I'll never be able to pronounce your name correctly. And my apologies for that, kind sir. Zanky ZK, how you doing? Rye Robio, how you doing? Brandon Sparks, how you doing, my man? Nice to see you in here. Hope everybody's doing well. Ooh, that sweet plug. Man, you know you can't come in here without a sweet plug. Yeah. We're just going to double down. We're going to double down on the sweet plug. So listen, if you want to learn how to make intros and moving graphics and lower thirds to come in and all the fancy stuff on your phone, download this. Download this. Zach Talks Tech in the house.
Super chat.
Zach Talks Tech coming in, dropping the first super chat of the day. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. And can we just get a recognition for how kind Canadians are? And I think I saw another kind Canadian here. Here he goes. Renee Ritchie's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way, sir. How you doing? Nice to see you in here. So I'm going to be dropping the link into the chat here in just a little bit for people who do want to join in. As this is your first time streaming, you want to talk about things that are stopping you from going live. I do want to talk about a couple of things just first here. So how many people, show of hands, have heard a lot of us talk about putting a link in your description above the fold underneath your YouTube video? How many people have heard of us talking about that? Hey, Titastic, how you doing? And let me give you an example here so you know what I'm talking about when I talk about putting a link above the fold. Now, I'm just going to, let me just randomly grab. Okay, I'm going to randomly grab one here just to show you. This is something I'm actually listening to right now on YouTube. I'm getting ready to listen to. So this is what I mean. When we talk, there you go. I know you did. So when we talk about putting a link above the fold, and I have a point where I'm going with this, and I'm going to help you get more views here. So just hang tight, because I know a lot of people are saying, well, how do I get more views? And well, this is one of the ways that you do it. So when we talk about above the fold, we're talking about putting links. Now, this can link out to another video, can link out to a playlist, or if it's a sponsored video or a video where you're trying to make money, this can link out to something that can make you money as well. But this, the show more, everything above this line is called the fold. What that means is anything that you put above this fold will show up on a desktop computer without having to click on show more. Most people are going to cruise down to the comments here and not click on show more. So by putting your links here, as this channel did, Cryo Chamber, they give two opportunities for people to click on links that they feel are important for this video. So this is what we mean when we talk about putting links above the fold. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, and this is very important, a lot of you have heard about YouTube chapters. YouTube chapters are the same thing as timestamps. You can put a timestamp in your description and talk about the various points in your video. Well, now YouTube just announced, I believe about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, that they are going to start surfacing, they're going to start giving results of your chaptered videos for YouTube search results. So if you have videos, maybe you're making tutorials or something where people can actually search and find your videos that way. Now, when you're putting timestamps in your videos, if you put timestamps on there and you put a nice description on there telling people what that's about, YouTube is going to start serving up those chapters, not the entire video. They're going to do that anyway if you have a good video. But now they're going to, in addition to serving up your entire video, they're going to serve up chapters. So if you have a chapter that's relevant to the search query, they're now going to start showing those to people who are searching. So that's huge. So while you might have a video that doesn't do that well as a whole, maybe a particular part of your video that's been chaptered does very well, and that might actually surface, and that's huge. And the reason I'm bringing that up, first of all, that's just a huge bonus out of the gate for everybody to have an opportunity to get more views. But check this out. So if you look at content on your phone, as most people do these days, and I'm just going to show you an example here. So this is what it looks like before you open up the description. Now, if I tap this open and I go to the description, look what's happening here. So YouTube is showing the chapters for this video down at the bottom. And remember how I was talking about above the fold? Well, now for the first time ever, we now have a fold for mobile. So on a desktop, it says show more. On a mobile, it now says read more. So you want to make sure that any link that you have is above read more. So before, we didn't have the fold on mobile. So now we have the fold on mobile and we have the fold on desktop. So do not sleep on this, because you actually have to click on read more to actually get to the rest of the description. So if you're putting your links down below the read more or below the show more, there's a high probability that no one is going to see those links. So whatever it is that you're linking out to, including your own playlist or your own videos, you want to make sure that they're above read more and above show more. But more importantly, again, look, they're putting the chapters on there. So when somebody opens up this description, they can now go right to the chapters and scroll across and find exactly what they want. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through all of my videos, and this is going to be a painstaking progress, or a painstaking undertaking, and I'm going to start chaptering all of the videos that are still relevant. So if I have videos on my channel that are still relevant, they're still getting views, I'm going to go through and I'm going to re-chapter them all. I'm going to make sure that the links are in the right place, the chapters are in place. I have good, very clear titles for all of the points in the chapters. What you don't want to do is do part 1, part 2, part 3, tip 1, tip 2, tip 3. Think about putting your chapters together like mini videos. So if you have a title that's a very descriptive title, make sure that your chapters are very descriptive as well, because YouTube is going to start giving those to people for search results. That's huge. So I wanted to share that with everybody today, because everybody's talking about how can I get more views? This is one way you're going to be able to get more views, is by chaptering your content. Like Mojo says, gee, that's game changer. We're going to do the same thing and chapter everything. Yeah, don't sleep on the chapters. Do not sleep on the chapters. There you go. Chapter all the videos, people. Yeah, and that's going to be painful. That's going to be painful. Dan Tana's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Super chat. I knocked my roadcaster over. Thank you, my man. I'm terrified of live streaming. I don't believe you. You're a seasoned live streamer, man. Hey, listen, dude, by the way, I know you're having problems calling me. I think I got that taken care of. It's so here's what's happened. I have my Skype number forwarded to a Mexican SIM card. My Mexican SIM card something was messed up with it. I think that's working now. So if you want to catch up later this week, I will be around. Thank you so much. And I'm moving backwards here through the chat. Zach Talks Tech says, I've seen live stream replays pushed because of chapters. Absolutely. Absolutely. Specifically for the chapter markers series of X device. Yeah, exactly. So even if you're not doing tutorials, even just like Zach does, so he does tech. So even if parts of your video are just, so if it's like, let's just say you're talking about the phone, I think it's the new, I don't even know what it's called, the Z Flip or the Z Fold. I don't keep up on whatever the flip phone is, but let's just say it's called the Z Fold. You could have an entire chapter talking about battery life. So Z Fold battery life, right? Z Fold video camera, Z Fold photo camera, however you want to work that out to it, so it speaks to your audience, but you can now chapter that stuff out. So when people are looking for that thing, they might actually get your chapter, and it, targets directly to a viewer who's looking for that thing. I think I missed another super chat. Hold on. I'm moving backwards. Chapters are fantastic. Perfect for tutorials. Alex E for Electric. What is going on, my man? Dude, we need to catch up, man. I haven't talked to you in forever, and I actually feel bad about it. I've been in, I hope you're doing well, dude. We definitely need to catch up, man. It has been way, way too long. So D, you don't have a link above your fold. Well, here's the thing. I'm actually comfortable with my channel. Like, I know I need to go back and I need to put all my links above the fold for the videos that I want to do. But here's the important thing. And this is when somebody gives advice about this sort of thing and how to grow a channel, so on and so forth. You also have to think about what the channels are doing and what the intent of each video is for. So I have some videos where I need to go back and I need to put links above the fold. And I have some content where I'm going to link out to affiliate stuff, and I'm not going to link out to another one of my playlists, another one of my videos. And sometimes I'm a human. Sometimes I don't stick them in there. But for my live streams, what you'll notice for this live stream is when it publishes, when the live is over, I'll go through and I'll actually reorganize my description, and you'll see a StreamYard link up above the fold when this is actually over with and processed, because I want to send affiliate sales over to StreamYard. And it's a fantastic streaming platform. And today's show is actually sponsored by StreamYard. And that's how I'm putting comments up on the stream like this. And this is how I'm going to bring people in who want to go live. I just simply drop a chat, or I drop a link in the chat, and they can come on with their phone or their tablet or their computer. They don't have to do anything fancy, and they can come on and stream. I'm moving backwards through the chat here, so bear with me. Hey, Jay-Z, how you doing, man? I think I missed a super chat. I'm moving backwards. I missed one. Where is it at? Hold on. Zach Talks Sex, please teach me how to stream. I'm nervous. Oh, so nervous. Miss your face. Hope you're good. Yeah, I miss your face too, man. And I've totally missed a super chat. Hold on, you guys. I'm moving backwards here. Okay, here we go. Super chat. Not leaving Las Vegas says, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Chapters 1, 5, chapter 2, that shows chapter at 1 minute to 5 minute, replace chapter 1, etc. with proper names. Yeah, handle your chapters like you would video titles. Right? You don't want to make them too long, but just think about, just a short little title that's very specific, that will speak to a very specific person. Don't get lazy on the titles. Hey, Andy, how you doing, man? Right on, man. Gage from StreamYard said he's going to be at Vid Summit. Oh, right on. That's cool. I've actually never met Gage in perfect. I've had video calls with him and so on and so forth, but I've never had a chance to meet with him in person. All right, Douglas, man, have a good one. Renee says, I usually have my sponsor link first and then a next video likely to boost. Yep. Same thing, pinned comment, and at the end cards, especially those you can put sponsors. Yeah, so here's the important thing about all of that, like Renee's talking about. You need to have an idea of what the video is for. Right? So I have videos that I know will bring in subscribers. I have videos that I know will bring in views. I have videos that I know will make me money through affiliate sales and so on and so forth. I have videos that if it's a sponsored video, the goal of that video, because it's a sponsored video, is to bring awareness to the brand, or maybe the brand is paying me to send people over to them so people can check out their product. So every video can have a different goal. So it's okay to totally change your structure of your description and what it is that you're doing based on the goal of that particular video. I do the exact same thing. It changes based on what the goal of the video is. Sometimes I want them to watch another video. Sometimes I want them to watch a playlist. Sometimes I want to send them to a particular product. And sometimes the product might not necessarily be sponsored. It's just a product that I think that would be helpful. You missed my chat. Yep, I got to you. Greetings from Bangkok, 30 and welcome. Man, how's Bangkok? Dude, I don't know if I normally live in Chiang Mai, but I've been stuck in Mexico since the world shut down. So yeah, man, hope you're doing well in Bangkok. I think you guys are slowly opening back up. It's been crazy watching all of that stuff from afar, man. Going backwards through the chat here, see what I missed. I've started daily live streaming while I've illustrated my kids' book. Okay, right on, man. I need to work on attracting more people to my live stream, though. It takes time. And what I've noticed is the time of day can make a huge difference for me. So I stream, so as you guys know, when I'm in Thailand, I stream your time more in the morning or afternoon, and I generally get a better turnout then than if I stream more, because I'm in Mexico now. I stream, so I think I started tonight a little bit later than usual, 9 p.m. So you gotta find the right time zone and all of that stuff. It's a little bit tricky. Hey, my E-Class and Bites, how you doing? I got you though. I got you. I actually need. Hey, Stanley Orchard, how you doing, man? It's been over a year, my friend, and YouTube years no longer get claimed to Thailand. You're in Mexico now. Yeah, it's been a year, man, since easily a year and a half. Crazy. YouTuber's Guide says, you told me I needed to upload and then you quickly review my channel. So I read Creator Academy, like you said, and installed TubeBuddy. Can you do that now? I did tell you that, but guess what? Today is not channel review day. Today is live streaming day. So once a month, I do this where I go live with people who have never streamed before, who are nervous about going live. That's what this stream is all about. I'm going to answer some questions here in the chat before we do that. Then we're going to get into that. So we're not pulling up channel reviews today. Today is all about live streaming, but next week, we might be able to do that. Pixelpia, you missed your super chat. I got one super chat, I thought. All right, so let me do something really quick here. I'm missing super chats. What happens is if I don't catch it, right? You know how this works. If you don't catch the super chat fast enough, if you let it sit for too long, then it just disappears. So I'm going to log into something really quick here so I can actually come through and try to catch this stuff. Give me 1 second. I need to load this up so I can keep track of everything. Should have actually done this beforehand, but I forgot. I'm logging into a new service that you guys are soon to learn about, where you will be able to better your live streams. Give me 1 second here. I'm loading all this stuff up, and then I will get back. I should have done this beforehand. Give me 1 second. Live stream. And it will keep track. So basically this thing that I'm using that you guys are soon going to see, it's in beta right now. It's going to keep track of all of your chats and all of the data for your live stream. And it's going to collect all this information so you don't lose it. All right. So we're moving backwards here. All right. Pixelpia. So as I'm pulling that up, I can't see it. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you. Thanks for the super chat. Super chat. That was for you. Thank you, Pixel P. I'll keep my eyes out for anyone who's moving forward. Okay, Ry Robio says, D, you told me to live stream before hitting 1,000, and I'm grateful I did. There you go. The tech crashed both times. I tried, but eventually it began to work better now than later. That's what I'm talking about. So how many people in here are waiting to go live before you hit a certain subscriber count? How many people say yes in the chat if you are waiting to go live before you reach a certain subscriber count? Go ahead and say yes if that's you. Hey, Fidel, how you doing? Where in Mexico? I'm in Querétaro, Mexico. Fantastic city. We've been to Mexico a few times. We've been all over the country, but since the world shut down, we've spent the past year in Querétaro. Before we came here, we were over in Baja. We were north and south, moving around there. But man, it gets hot over there. But the weather's great here. The weather's really good here. There it is. Sweeney Dunson, thank you. Appreciate the super chat, my man. Super chat. That was you. Okay, right on, man. Yes, you're waiting to go live. Why? Jay-Z, why? Okay, so why are you waiting to go live? That would be the next thing I would ask. And let me tell you, I did the same thing, and it was a huge mistake. It was a huge mistake, and just like Rye said, they're glad that they actually got started. Oh, we got another super chat. Thank you. Giorgio Tech, you're the man, D. Love your channel. Keep it up, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yes and no. Yes and no. Alive, dead. Oh, I love it. Fear. Dude, why don't you come on to me? So here's what we're going to do. Tonight, that's what this stream is all about. I'm dropping a link into the chat right now. Here's the thing. If you're already live streaming, if you're doing this and you're doing your thing, this stream is not for you to come on. The link that I'm dropping into the chat right now is for people who have not gone live yet for whatever reason. Maybe it's the nerves, maybe you're afraid of this, that, or maybe the tech is intimidating you, or maybe you think you need to hit a certain subscriber count before you go live. Whatever the case is, you're going to go live tonight. So I'm dropping a link into the chat right now. Now, here's the thing. I'm only going to bring in one person at a time. So if a handful of people click the link and they come in, they're all going to be sitting. You're not going to see them on the chat right now. You're going to be waiting backstage, but I will bring you in, right? So each person can come on. We can talk for a little bit and work through the hurdles, and then we'll bring the next person on. And there's the link. I hope this doesn't backfire. I always get nervous whenever I just randomly put like, oh, here's a link. Come join my live stream. Oh, so here's the thing. You need, and there's, if you go down to the description, I've got some rules down there, simple things you got to be able to see. I don't want, this isn't audio only. So make sure you have a camera on. I don't care what your quality is, but you need to have a camera on, and your audio needs to be somewhat clear. If it's really noisy in the background, or you've got like chickens or kids running around, and I think the two might be the same, and it's really noisy, that's going to be distracting to everybody in here. So let's, Godspeed. That's right. Godspeed. Yeah. Fingers crossed. So make sure your audio is fairly decent. And if you, and here's another thing, if you are listening to this with a browser on, right? So you've got one browser open, and you're listening to this, and then you come in with another browser, you're going to hear an echo. So what you probably want to do is put on some headphones, even if it's just a little earbuds that come with your phone. Put your earphones in there, or put your earphones in, and then come in and talk, and make sure you turn the volume down on the browser that you're actually listening to this live stream live, so you don't get an echo coming in that way. Yeah, once in a while we get a wild Luria. Yeah, absolutely we do. Hey, Natural Larcia, how you doing? Let's cheer on the new live streamers. Go. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, even if you mess up, listen, here's the thing. I want you to come on. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about anything. We're just going to be relaxed. We're going to talk about your channel. We're going to talk about what's stopping you from going live. It's going to be very relaxed, very chill. Earbuds or headphones, please. Yeah, if you have an echo, right? If you come on and you go live and you don't have an echo, that's fine. But if you notice that you're having an echo, you want to put some sort of headphones on. Yeah, look at this. Streaming has been one of the best things for my channel. All right, we've got the first contestant, Wade Lemmings. Oh, and I also want to say this. Make sure you have clothes on. Make sure you have clothes on. I won't bring you in. A wild Luria. That's so rare. Yes. Yes, it is. Hey, Zane. How you doing, man? Wade Lemmings, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, buddy? Wow, how you doing?
What up?
Hey, what up, man? How you doing, Wade?
Am I old enough to be on here or not?
Yeah, how old are you?
Like 13?
You're right at the limit. Yes, you're right at the limit. Do you have a YouTube channel, Wade?
Yes.
Tell us about it. What's your YouTube channel about?
It's gaming videos.
It's gaming videos. Okay, right on. What kind of games do you like to play?
Minecraft and Fortnite and Roblox, all those games.
Awesome. Are you having any success? Are you doing it for fun? Tell me, how do you like the journey so far?
I like it. I like doing it for fun because I get bored and I just kind of like to do it.
Yeah, I get bored too. What's your favorite part, Wade? Do you like just playing the? Oh, there! Look at that! Look at those two dudes. Do you like playing the game, or do you like the stream? Are you streaming the game or doing pre-recorded?
I don't really like to stream. The whole reason is, well, I like to stream, but like the thing is YouTube keeps blocking me for no reason, and they think I'm like 5 years old or something. And
yes, I was just going to ask if you're having any problems because of your age.
I am, and
you are.
I'm 13. I've tried, and they just block me.
So even though you're going live, are you selecting the part in there that says your video is not for children?
Yes.
And they're still blocking you?
Yeah.
Still blocking you. Okay.
It doesn't matter if I'm whatever. They just block me. They're
still blocking you. The AI is looking at your face and saying he's too young. If you would like, I could shave off my beard, put it in a Ziploc. I could send it to you. You could put on some of my beard, maybe glue it on a little bit, and it would totally pass the AI. I don't know if you want that or not.
I don't think it would look out because I don't think my parents would like that.
Okay, I hear you. So are you putting yourself on camera, or is it only, well, I guess you are if you're getting flagged.
So
And there goes my stream. I'm offline. No. Let me see that. Let me see that. Due to community zoom in on that again. Due to community guidelines, strikes, or copyright issues, you can't stream at this time. Okay, so Wade, this is great. I'm glad you brought this up.
I have no community guideline strikes or no thing. I go to my YouTube studio and I've tried contacting them and they keep saying that whatever. Wade, I just blah blah blah. So it's not really helping.
I see. Are you playing music in the background when you stream?
No.
Okay. A community guideline strike could have to do with the fact that they think you are too young to stream. That could be it. And you're only streaming Minecraft and Fortnite, right?
Yeah. And I turn the background noise off, and it's just not helping.
I see. Are you doing everything through your phone, or do you also have access to do it on a computer?
I have access on computer, but I'm on vacation right now, so I can't really show you.
I see. Well, that's cool. Okay. Well, yeah, my guess is if you don't have any copyright claims, the community guideline strike, if it's not really a strike, it could just be the AI thinking that you are underage. Unfortunately, if that's the case, you might have some problems with that until the AI identifies you. Are you on Twitter by chance?
Yeah.
You are on Twitter. Okay. I'm going to type something in the chat right now. YouTube has an account there if you haven't talked to them already.
I follow your Twitter and also follow Team YouTube as well. And well,
you're on top of it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wade Lemon Show. If you want to take this over and start giving YouTube advice, let me see. That's your Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, and you've reached out to Team YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And what did they say?
They're like, let me see the last message they sent me because here, let me show you. Team YouTube. And then I'm gonna go to my messages and then like,
Wade, when you go live, do they immediately shut you down, or is there a period of time where you can stream the game before they shut you down?
Well, it's like YouTube isn't like, it's like 2 minutes in and then I'm banned.
2 minutes in?
Yeah.
Is it always when you're streaming from a phone or when you're streaming from a computer?
I stream on a computer. Like, I'll show you my last stream that I did. It was just, I didn't show my face because I didn't want to like get it banned. But it just got banned for no reason. Here,
okay. Have you tried streaming without putting your face on?
Yeah. Just look.
So do they still shut you down? Do they still shut you down when you don't show your face?
I mean, they didn't shut me down on this one, but they shut me down on my face one, like with my friend. But we like put it on we put it on
Okay, look at that. You see that right there? They're flagging you for YouTube. Here. Okay, I can tell you right there. See, comments are turned off and they're running an ad for YouTube for kids. They 100% think that you're like under the age of 13. Hey, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so the problem is, so you're telling me when you did not show your face, they did not shut you down, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you got to do, Wade. This is the situation that you're in. Play your game. Don't put your face on there for now. Don't put your face on there. Play your game. Play as many games as you can and just keep playing without that. And then maybe a month from now, go ahead.
My dream is to get the story feature right there.
The stories feature?
I want the 10K subscribers right now.
Patience, my man. You'll get there. So what you're going to have to do, though, you're going to have to get over this hurdle that YouTube is throwing you under. So I would just go live without putting your face on it. Yeah, I know that's not what you want to do, but that's what I would do.
But now they're not unbanning my stream anymore. They're like, I'm done with you. They're just like, they're not unbanning me anymore. So.
Oh, you're completely banned now.
Well, yeah, they're not banning me for 90 days. The first time I got unbanned, remember when you told me the best of luck.
Yeah.
2 months later, I got unbanned, and then I did my face, and then I got banned. But they just kept. Well, I was banned before forever, and then I appealed it, and then it got unbanned like 5 months later.
I'm sorry this is happening to you, man. Really sorry this has happened to you. Listen, first of all, I want to say, can we just get like Serendipity Bakery says, Wade is ambitious. When I was 13 years old, I was like climbing trees and shooting at my brother with a BB gun and like racing BMX bikes. The fact that you're like live streaming, making YouTube videos, appealing to decisions made by you, like, dude, you are so far ahead of the game. You don't even you are light years ahead of the game. Listen, here's what I want you to do. Look, this sucks. It's unfair. They think you're under the age of 13. You're just going to have to plow forward. If they won't unban your channel, and here's the thing, if it's a community guidelines strike, you're going to be banned from streaming for 90 days, if that's what it is. And without being able to look into your channel, I can't really say for sure, but it could be 90 days. Here's what I would recommend. Start another channel. Don't show your face and just go stream, man. If you want to do it because it's fun and you just got that creative bug, just go stream. Don't show your face for now, or go over to Twitch and stream if you can. I don't know what the rules are over there for age, but don't show your face for a while.
I also had another issue the other day. So like when I woke up another day and I had almost 4,000 public watch hours, and then it went down to 16. I don't know why it didn't do it. I don't know what it did. Just completely.
So if you're losing watch time hours or you're losing views, it could be for a couple of different things. So YouTube has to qualify those things. Like they come in, then they have to qualify them. And if they take one of your videos offline, or they unlist one of your multiple videos or multiple live streams, you are going to lose those watch time hours. You're going to lose those views.
I private some of my videos because people kept like messaging me like bot stuff that was inappropriate. Put those down, please. So
that's what's happening when you're putting those private. You're losing your watch time and you're losing the views on that. You have to keep those public if you want to keep those things.
Because I just don't want to get banned for people sending those comments. I just don't want that happening to me.
So here's what you can do. Let me share my screen for 1 second here. And I can't go, I'm not going to show my actual word list because there's a bunch of vulgarities in there that I don't want to show to a 13-year-old on YouTube. Let me show you guys how to do this. Give me 1 second here. If you log into YouTube Studio, give me one. Let me find the right.
Thank you, Zane. Thank you so much for the support.
I'm going to find the right one. So if you log into YouTube Studio and you go all the way down on the left-hand side to settings. So YouTube Studio, go into settings, then go into community. It's going to pop up a window and you're going to see something called community. Then in community, you're going to scroll down to the bottom and you're going to see a word list where you can block words.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That.
Put everything, you know that. You're awesome, dude. Put everything in there. So if you see anything about bots or scams or sub for sub or any of that stuff that you don't want in your comments, put those words inside of there so people are not going to see them, okay?
I'm in the web browser of YouTube Studio, so it will look better.
Dude, you're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, so listen, Wade, I'm going to pull you out here, but I want to say this, dude. You're ahead of the game. You're incredibly intelligent, and the fact that you're able to do this, all this stuff. It's like I said, I was like shooting BB guns and like trying to beat up my brother at 13, and you're like trying to outsmart YouTube. I absolutely love it. I love it. Listen, you're going to have to power forward. If that means that you got to start another channel and not show your face for a while. Also, man, have you tried streaming with a hat on? Maybe. Just something that might confuse the AI. Have you tried that?
Yeah. I mean, no, I haven't, but I know that's not going to help because that's just looking that just makes me a little younger too. I mean, it's not
okay, listen, I know this is crazy, but Halloween is coming up. Get a fake mustache. I know as crazy as that. Look, if you're of age and the AI is making a mistake, you got to put your battle cap on, man. Halloween is coming up. Legit, dude. I would seriously, I'd get like a fake mustache and I'd put like a hat on and I would just go live that way. And then see, if they flag you on that one, then there's no saving you. not, not for a while anyway. So that's what I would do, man. Listen, you've got your work cut out for you, but I totally believe, and I think everybody in the chat right now can.
Thank you guys for all the support.
Yeah, man. Wade, go get it, dude. Hey, listen, man, send me a tweet. Send me a tweet and just say, hey, this is Wade, and I want to follow you. I want to keep track of your success and your trials and tribulations on YouTube.
Thank you. Have a good
All right,
day.
man. Have a good one, Wade. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Good luck. I feel like I know we've got some older people in here. I know we have, hey, Colin, how you doing, man? Get a Mario costume. I know we've got some older people in here. What were you guys doing when you were 13? Literally, I was like beating up Nick, or sometimes Nick was beating me up. We were like shooting each other with BB guns, playing in the woods, climbing trees, building tree houses. We were racing BMX. I'm just blown away that 13-year-olds are just like making YouTube channels. Yeah. Wade, man, you got this, dude. Riding bikes. Yep. Impressive. Yeah, he is. Very impressive young man. I love it. Riding bikes. Yep. BMX. Yep. Nick probably won't tell you this, but Nick was really good at BMX as a kid. Like he would always bring back first place trophies. I was always getting like third place, right? First, second, and third. That's where you get your trophies. I was always bringing home third place. He was always bringing home like first place trophies. He was really good. Yo, impressive kid. Video games and getting beat up by my older brother. Oh, I love it, man. Zane, I was peeing in a pool. I love it. You don't want to know what I was doing at 13. I was in the 70s in Sweden. No, but I would love to hear that conversation someday. That's a podcast waiting to happen. I love it. Super Goose. I love it, man. Those were the days, dude, right? Okay, so I'm dropping the link into the chat again. Skateboarding. Hey, dude, listen, man, I was a serious skateboarder until I blew my knee out playing outside. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm amazed at the opportunity the younger people have now coming onto social media. It's just completely different than anything a lot of us grew up with. And I think it's cool. I mean, on one hand, I wouldn't trade my childhood for anything. But on the other hand, like, I just can't help but think like, it's a tough thing because like, as you grow up, like all the things that we did, no matter what we did, helped make us who we are. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. But at the same time, you take someone like Wade, who's like totally determined. He's already on YouTube. By the time he's like 18, he's probably going to be like a full-time content creator making, with whatever, income that he wants. I mean, that's just incredible. Incredible. Just watched the D'Amelio show. Amazing and terrifying. So much opportunity. I haven't seen that. So much opportunity, so much cost. Yeah, it comes with a cost too. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. All right, so I'm dropping the link into the chat again. And again, if you guys are already live streaming, this isn't for you. Unless you're Renee Ritchie can come on at any time. He's always got a pass to come on to the channel. But for everybody else on here, like this is for people who are trying to get over the jitters of going live, or maybe you are new at live and you just have a problem. Like, hey, I've only been live streaming for like a couple of weeks and I've got this problem, or what do I do? That sort of thing. In that case, you can come on there too. Stanley, if you need a temp mod tonight, I can cover for you. How's the chat? I don't know if we have any spammers or not. I'm actually not looking right now. You guys let me know if we have any spam problems tonight. I might have to moderate some people. Might have to have some people bend a knee, become moderators. Magic Flying Potato, never live stream, even though my green screen may not look like. Listen, Magic Flying Potato, you need to come on tonight. I'm getting ready to bring somebody up right now, but you need to come on. I'm going to be disappointed if you don't come on tonight. Chat's looking good, Chantel says. Well-behaved bunch. See, that's what I love to see. Sometimes I go into Nick's stream. I was lurking in Nick's stream on Saturday, and man, it was a slaughterhouse. The mod, mostly Doug Houston. It was a slaughterhouse. The people just getting muted there. So listen, everybody who is coming on, you need to have a camera. Abby, I see you getting ready to come on down here. You need to turn your camera on. You're welcome to come on, but you need to have a camera on. The Amelia Show has mental health warning on each episode. Oh, wow. Really? They run a ton of, they show a ton of hate comments and both sisters getting overwhelmed quite a few times. Renee, I think you and I have briefly talked about this before. And this is the old man in me here, but for as much opportunity as social media is, and it's a game changer all over the world, and this is the amazing thing, if you've got one of these, and doesn't matter how crappy it is or how outdated it is, if you have one of these, even if your camera is a potato, you now have a voice, and it doesn't matter where you live in the world. Like, you have this and you can find an internet connection somewhere, you now have a voice. So on one hand, it's a game changer, and I think it's important and it has to be here. On the other side of that coin, I think social media is very toxic. I think it is very toxic. So it's like, it's a two-sided coin. It's like the greatest thing ever. And on the other side, I think it's the worst thing ever. And I actually try to consume, a lot less than I create. Sometimes I don't check my DMs for weeks. Sometimes I don't check my email for 7 to 10 days. Sometimes I don't log into certain platforms for a really long time. I just try to, again, because I think it's because I'm older, I don't know, but I try to keep that balance, because I don't want to get sucked into that whole social media thing where I feel like I'm constantly trying to chase staying relevant, right? Because that's the thing, is once you start to do this full time, you have some sort of level of success at any level, you have to remain relevant. And I'm really afraid of having to chase that relevancy. That's something I don't really care for.
Welcome to the Niminati.
I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Vernus, is that correct? Vernus Junk Closet. Thank you so much for becoming a member and supporting the channel. We do have a private Facebook group that I'm currently locked out of. I'm locked out of Facebook at the moment. Normally I would post a link to that in the community feed when this is over, but here's what you do. Go over to the community feed on my channel. You might have to look down a little bit, but there are posts specifically for members, and one of them will have a link to the Facebook group. So go there, click on that, come over to the Facebook group. I check in there usually once or twice a day, every other day sometimes. Answer any questions you have about anything YouTube or content creation related. So thank you for coming in. And we have a Sunday members only live stream where I can look at your channel and give channel feedback. I do that before this goes live. We just had one actually. So make sure you come in for that. All right. Let me pull this down. Hey, Sammy Superstar. How you doing, my dude? Nice to see you in here. Ooh, new member. You got it. Sion. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
I guess you are. Hey, D. How's it going?
How do you say it? Say it for me.
It's actually Sion, but hey,
Sion.
Yeah. It's
Sion.
It's kind of like a combination of my name and a bunch of other stuff that I'm interested in. Hey, nice to
All right, Sion, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I guess trying to get used to streaming. Usually I just do small YouTube videos. P. Jones knows me because I learn a lot from his channel, but yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more into live streaming, but it's something like I never. I'll be honest, it's scary. Because have you gone live at all yet, or? I tried once, but I didn't really have the right setup. What I did was I used my phone to take a recording of my iPad because stuffs were like crashing and yeah. But yeah, I think only one live stream I've done.
So you're not doing it more because you said it's scary.
Well, it's scary, and let's see, I can't really get a great quality because what I do is mobile music production. And
oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm on the go where I'm completely away from home. Actually, that's a lot of times I'm actually away from home.
Okay.
When I am at home, I can't really come up with the right setup to use because I don't want to have to make a dedicated setup and then I have to all of a sudden like shift to a completely different one. So.
Okay, so let's ask here. Here's a question for everybody in the chat right now. Hey, Ron, Trains and Things. How you doing? Here's a question for everybody in the chat right now. Actually, this is a two-part question. One, does Sion look good enough right now to go live? And two, do you really care about people's backgrounds? So one, does he look good? Right? Is it quality good enough? And number two, do you care about the background, what's behind him? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I think you look fine. You sound fine. I do have a little bit of a buzz coming through, but I don't know if that's on your end or my end.
Oh, I think it's my end. It's my old laptop because I was doing some. Actually, let's see if this works. Probably go off in a few seconds, but yeah.
So yes, you look good, and no. Oh, the buzz stopped. There you go. As long as it's not super messy, right? Background doesn't matter as long as it's not super messy. Serendipity Bakery says he looks fine and the background isn't an issue. Ron says, one, yes, you look fine. My E-Class and Bytes says, yes, you look fine. No, your background doesn't matter. Pixelpia says, one, yes, you look fine. Two, I don't care a bit, right? So the important thing is this. It's what you say and how you interact during your live stream that matters. The fact that you travel, right? So your community, I mean, I'm guessing everybody who's subscribed to your channel, they know you're a mobile music producer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're traveling, it doesn't even matter. You just let them know, hey, I'm coming to you live from, dude, I'm in an Airbnb. I've been traveling for the past, I've been stuck for the past year and a half. So here's the thing, man. Like if you, can I even show you these little lights? If you, give me 1 second here. I can't get it. I want to show you what I got. You can get a couple of really small LED lights and you don't even need them. You could just get like one of these little things.
Okay.
Hold on here. Like, so all the gear that I've got for live streaming, except for this black wall behind me, it all folds up into carry-on luggage. You know what? Let me grab this too. Give me 1 second here.
Sure. I'll see if I can get the light working on mine as well.
So this is key. So the light behind me is this right here. This is just an aperture RGB light. That's it. And it's throwing a purplish pink up behind me. So you can grab these things. You could grab like one of these and like one of the lights that I showed you. And you can even grab like tiny little, look at this. This is for a phone, right? This is for a phone. And it extends for selfie stick, right? But check it out here on the top. I just stick the RGB light in here. And now I've got a stand that fits in a bag. And now I've got a stand for an RGB light. Right? So there's all sorts of little lights and travel things that you can get that fit. I mean, you don't even need to go all out, dude. Just get like one or two lights, like anything. I mean, dude, legit, you look perfect right now. Like if you just went live, nobody's going to care. You look good.
Thanks. I mean, I do have a ring light at home, which is kind of, I recently got it because I couldn't really get good lighting. Like I have like the one half looking
right
completely shadowy, but the idea is really good because a lot of times I'm in a location where I can't really do a full setup. And I guess here's the other challenge. So since I'm doing mobile music production, I've got 3 devices. I've got an iPhone, an Android phone, and an iPad, which is what we're currently on the stream right now. I want to find a way so people can see me as I'm using the device, but also the screen as well, so that it's not just like both ways, because I want it to be personable where I can chat up with people like this, but be able to also produce music and they can see what I'm doing. What I was thinking initially was I do most of it on the iPhone and the Android, and then I'd use the iPad like this to say, maybe I'd use like the Android phone as an overhead camera. But that's where things get tricky. Like, how can I like do the whole I'm talking to you one-on-one like this, but I can at least see the phone. So that's the tricky part about my setup. Since I don't really have a computer dedicated for it, and yeah, because sometimes I could be like in a remote trail, but I do have good internet here because Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Hold on. I'm going to turn you up here just a second. Hold on. I'm going to turn you up. I think you're a little bit low. Can you say something for me?
Oh, sure. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's going to work.
Okay. Yeah. I know I do talk low. So
you want to be able to show your face,
Yeah.
and show your phone at the same time.
Yes.
Are you able to pick up like another device? Like you could pick up an iPhone 7, probably really cheap. Is that something you're able to do?
So like a fourth device?
Yeah, something that's out of date that you wouldn't actually use for your normal phone, but like, man, you can pick up an iPhone 7. I would actually maybe go for an iPhone 8. You can pick those up really cheap now. I would almost consider that. Then you could put one on you. Or man, you know what else you could do? You could also just move it around. Here's the thing. People are going to be understanding of what's happening during your stream if you just let them know the situation, right? Just like, hey, hey guys, I'm coming to you live from a hotel room, but that's not going to stop us from making music today. And you can talk for a little bit. And if you put your phone right on some sort of a little selfie stick thing with a stand, right? It's got little legs on it. Put it at yourself. You can talk for a while. You know, you don't want to be hand holding it to where it's just like super jittery because that gets annoying. But set it up on a little table, set it up there, talk about things for a while, and then just redirect it. Right. So this little thing just moves, man. You can like sit it down and redirect it and point it at your other phone, stream with that for a while. And then when you want to talk, just point it back up at you. You're going to be amazed at how tolerant people are when you're live. Like as long as it's not shaky and as long as the audio quality is not annoying, man, people, they just don't care. You know, I know that you want it to look slicker, right? You want it to look more produced. Everybody does. But dude, your community, they're just there to hang out with you. They're there to learn from you, to connect with you. And if you've got to move things around and you let them know I'm in a hotel working with like one device as a camera, they're cool with that. They're totally going to be cool with that.
Okay. What streaming platform would you recommend? I mean, I know we're using StreamYard, but since you mentioned an iPhone, I heard of Switcher, and like for like my setup, because there isn't like a computer that I'm gonna be using. So what would you recommend I use?
Switcher is really good if you are going to use your iPad and multiple devices. So let's say theoretically, you had 2 iPhones and your iPad. That's where Switcher's really going to shine, because you can use one of them to actually switch the cameras, right? To be an actual controller. And then the other 2 as camera sources. So you could just use Switcher to tap back and forth. So if you had one phone on you that was an iPhone, and then another phone that was, pointing down at your Android, maybe because that's the one you're making music with, I don't know.
Yeah. Then
you could use the iPad to actually all you do is just like one single tap and it switches back and forth. That's where Switcher really comes in handy. It's super strong with that. You got to pay for that, just like you would pay for StreamYard. Now, where StreamYard works is it's super easy. Right? I love Switcher. I have Switcher. I think Switcher is great. I think StreamYard is easier, but it depends on what it is that you're trying to do, right? If you're, like I said, if you're like, hey, I got 2 iPhones and an iPad, I'm going to say I would play with Switcher and see if that worked well for you. But if you're just trying to do everything on one device, and you're just going to point it back and forth, I would say go with StreamYard.
So one device, StreamYard. If you've got 2 iPhones and an iPad, definitely
Switcher. Yeah. You could also use, there's a free app called Prism Live Studio. I've got a couple of videos on that. You could also test that out and see which one works best for you. Prism Live. So I would look at either Prism Live Studio, StreamYard, or Switcher, depending on what it is that you have.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. I think
listen, man, like go, dude, just start doing it. Like, don't overthink it. Like, look, dude, if you're a musician, you're probably a bit of a perfectionist in terms of like, you just want things to sound a certain way. You want them to look a certain way. You want your set to be, I totally get it, dude. I'm a musician myself. But when it comes to going live, there's a certain authenticity just about just hitting your camera and going live. Dude, the most successful live stream I've ever had, and I've got I don't know how long you've been following my channel, but I used to go live with my brother, Nick, when we used to do Niman Live together when I was back in Thailand. We have a full live streaming studio with like a desk and like lights all over. It's like a full legit production studio, right? So we used to go live there. I've got a set over there. The most successful live stream I've ever had in terms of holding people's attention and viewership was when I grabbed my phone and it had like I might have put it on a little handle, and I sat on a balcony. I was in Mexico when the world first shut down. It was like, I don't know, maybe last March or something. And I just went outside on my balcony. I sat down in a chair. I used the sun as my light source. There was no planning, no topic. I just went live and started answering questions. I had the sun. There was no backdrop. It was just me sitting on my balcony, just answering questions. It was, I think I had like 2 or 3 times more. I might have had like 200 or 300 people come in there at that time. It was insane. So, you know, people are not there for the background. They're not there to see how many camera. Don't get me wrong. That stuff is cool. It can definitely make a production look slick. But in terms of just connecting to your audience and being accessible to people who might have questions for you and that sort of thing, nah, man, just go live. Don't overthink it. Go live. And don't be afraid to just move your phone around to focus on the different things and just let them know what's up. Hey, I'm in a hotel room, you know.
Awesome.
Just do it.
Really appreciate it. Yeah. And thanks, everyone. I guess I'll get back on the chat.
Right on. Hey, listen, just send me a tweet. Let me know when you start going live regularly. Sure. Like, if you want accountability, man, let me know. I'll be your accountability partner on that.
All right.
All right. All right, man. Cheers, dude.
I guess.
Yeah, man. Get on it. Have a good one.
You too.
See you, dude. Yeah, man. You know, oh man, I love this. My C Prince, D, tell the musician, make use of stereo YouTube. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Never underestimate sunlight. Yeah, it was crazy. Best live stream by far in terms of like watch. Usually when I go live, this is always a thing. I go live, people will come in and they drop off really quickly. You know, it's just kind of like a video, but a live has a pretty big drop. And then there's be a small amount of people that will hang out to the end. This thing, man, I went live and it was just like a straight line all the way across. It was crazy. And the only thing that was different is I was just sitting on a balcony. I think I was drinking a cup of coffee too. I was like sitting on a balcony. I might've been drinking a cup of coffee and just answering questions, holding my phone. Super amateur, no plan, sunlight. And it was gangbusters. Hey, Natural, how you doing? Hey, Luis, we come here for the funk. Yeah, I actually don't have my iPad. All I have is the couple of super chat settings here in my Rode. I love it, man. You remember that stream? Right on, man. Yeah, that ended up being good. My phone actually overheated on that one. Hey, Milas Construction, how you doing, man? Nice to see you in here. All right, somebody asked a question about the lights that I have. Hey, Todd, I just see you come in down there. I'll pull you up in just a second. Somebody was just asking me about the lights. Yeah, D's making awesome music on Twitch. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Somebody was asking me about the lights. So the lights that I have, I've got one light behind me, and it's an RGB light from Aperture. There's all sorts of companies who make them. Some of them are cheaper than this. I can't vouch for the other ones because I don't own them. But there's a lot of companies that make these tiny little lights. They run on battery. I can get about 2.5 to 3 hours of battery on this. You can also plug it in at the same time. And wait, bring this nope. Bring this down. So it has all sorts of different colors. The one behind me is like a pinkish purple. As you see, as I change through the colors, it's got all sorts of different colors on it. So these things are really cool. So if you want to highlight something, it's great too. If you're shooting like B-roll footage or something and you want different colors to give you like rim lighting or something on the edge of whatever surface that you're shooting, God, these little things are great. And they're magnetic. So you can like stick them to things that are metal. 2 little magnets right there. And I almost set this on top of my iPhone, and that probably would have been a bad idea. Hey, yes, you were in La Paz. Man, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. How are things in La Paz? Are you guys back open yet? I got to put this thing away. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I actually kind of miss La Paz. We might come back there, man, once the pandemic is over and once your guys, come back there when it's not so hot. We miss La Paz. Would you ever stream outside again? Yeah, I would. I would. The place I'm in right now isn't the best for live streaming outside, but if I was in another comfortable area where I had a very comfortable place to go live, yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah. Furnace, can we still come up on the platform? You mean come live with me? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm getting ready to bring Todd in right now, and I'm going to drink. I'm going to drop the link into the chat for anybody who wants to come on. Todd, how you doing? Oh, you're not a first-time streamer. Well, I see that setup. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, D? I'm doing pretty well today.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Oh,
you look like a pro streamer, man.
Well,
you got the pod mic over there, and the
you would think that, but I've only been a part of one other live stream, and that was a few days ago on Coffee Talking Tech. I hopped on there with John and Jeff and chatted with them for a while. I started YouTube. I do Christmas Clatters, name of my channel. I do Christmas year round. I started YouTube in late April because I had Christmas Clatter as a podcast for almost 2 years. And there's only so much you can do with the podcast with Christmas because there's so much that's visual. So I just wanted to do YouTube. But live streaming was never part of the plan. And through YouTube and learning how to do it, I got and joined Just Create More with Tom and Heather. And there's so many great streamers in that group that it's really kind of got the bug in me to live stream. But it's like, I have this plan to get through the Christmas holiday, which is my busiest season. And it's like, but it wasn't a part of the plan. And now it's like it feels like it's throwing a monkey wrench in what I had planned out.
I see. So you've got the mic for podcasting, not for live streaming.
Right. I've been doing the podcast about 2.5 years total.
Oh, right on. What's the name of it again?
Christmas Clatter.
Christmas Clatter. And yeah, my curiosity is piqued on this one. How do you carry hype for Christmas year round? How do you work that?
Well, there's just so much about Christmas to talk about. You can, you could dive into the history because Christmas is so old. You can, talk about the music, movies, at Christmas Clatter, the tagline is we celebrate everything that makes Christmas special. So if it has to deal with Christmas, we talk about it. And we even have serious shows that talk about, people dealing with Christmas blues and depression around Christmas. So, there's just, a lot to talk about, a lot of creators, people that, write books, make music, do art, that kind of thing, always doing Christmas related stuff every year. So I have those on to help promote, what they have out. So it's there's always something in the wheelhouse.
Okay. So I need to address something here. Did you notice when I said, and I'm talking to everyone in the chat right now, when I said, how do you keep the Christmas hype up year round? His response was, there's just so much to talk about when it comes to Christmas, right? Seriously, people always ask me, like, how do I find my niche? How do I know what to make videos about? And one of the things I tell them is, if you and I were to meet somewhere and we were just sitting down, it could be at a convention, late night, 2 a.m. in the lobby or at the bar at a convention. It could be at Starbucks, whatever. If we were just to meet and we started talking about something like what, and I always say tell people, what could you talk about for hours on end? You could never run out of things to talk about, right? I'm guessing for you, it's Christmas, right? But whatever that is, whatever you could just sit down and have a conversation with me for hours with no preparation whatsoever. Whatever that thing is, that's what you should be making videos about. And for you, that sounds like it was Christmas because you're just like, oh, there's so much to talk about. I'm like, okay, I that's not my thing, but I believe you because you went on to talk about, stuff like that. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's how I decided, I was wanting to do a podcast and do that kind of thing. And it's like, what do I talk about? And I, thought of all this other stuff I'm interested in, but it's like, man, I really don't want to talk about that all year long. And, Christmas was the thing I've been known for my whole life. And, Mr. Christmas, Brother Christmas, and, all my friends and family call me all that. So it's like, it was a, perfect fit. So
that's awesome. Like you sound like you truly found your niche.
Yeah. It's very niche, but I'm happy doing it. So
you're happy doing it. Okay. So now you're transitioning over to YouTube.
Yes.
And I get, are you hitting some hurdles on that or?
No, I'm at 160 subscribers and I just started in late April this year. Okay. So it's slowly growing. I expect, it to really hit closer to the holiday season, people starting to search Christmas things up, getting in there. What I've been doing is I release a new podcast episode every other Tuesday and I put a video format of that podcast up on YouTube. And then every other Tuesday, there's not a podcast. I put up either like an ornament review or a top 5 Hallmark ornaments, unboxing, something that's, more, I guess, traditional YouTube kind of video that has to deal with Christmas. That way there's something every week on YouTube coming up on Tuesdays. So
I see. So you're thinking about going live then on the channel?
I'm thinking about going live to do some, to do something. But like I said, it wasn't a part of the plan. I'm a guy that I like to have things planned out and scheduled out. I'm getting my schedule for late November filled up already, and so it wasn't really a part of my plan. But then, like I said, I got involved with so many great streamers like Sammy and John, and of course Tom and Heather and stuff. It's like Mr. Camera Junkie. It's like, man, that does look like a lot of fun, but I didn't really have it on the itinerary, so that's kind of got me a little nervous, and not having it thought out well enough, I guess.
What do you want to talk about?
That's the thing. I mean, I could hop on and just talk, about Christmas, but I'd want to be more focused than that. I didn't know if maybe I should do like a live podcast, because I used to do solo podcasts, and I dreaded them because I just couldn't listen to myself monologue forever. But I have no problem talking with people.
Who were you doing your Christmas podcast with?
It's just revolving door. Like I have my last episode was a musician that had a album coming out. He took a bunch of old English Christmas hymns, and he kind of layered them with new sound. I have a guy with a book coming out for Christmas, and that kind of thing. So I thought about maybe see if they would do live. How
are you bringing them on?
We usually get on when we record them. I use Riverside FM.
Okay.
To record.
Okay.
I went ahead and got a STREAMYARD account a few weeks ago, and was trying it out. And in my last YouTube video that wasn't a podcast episode, I recorded on STREAMYARD just to see how it all worked and that kind of thing. And
so I've got an idea for you.
Okay.
In order to get started live streaming, because you're not sure what you want to do, and your channel's brand new, so you might not have a lot of people. You'll get a couple of people showing up, but let me tell you, even if you get 3 people showing up, that's still amazing, because that's 3 people who want to hang out with you live. What about you record your podcast, your normal podcast, but you do it live?
Okay.
What if you let people see what's going on behind the scenes during the recording of the podcast? And here's how I would set that up. I would go live. Go live, let people, go live on your YouTube channel. You could say recording podcast, whatever your title is, recording Christmas podcast live. You could go live, as soon as you hit record, it takes a couple of seconds and StreamYard will tell you you're live. You can say, hey, what's going on today? We're going to record the live podcast for whatever the title is. I'm bringing in this guest, talk about the guest, talk about some of the questions that you have, and let people know that you're going to show behind the scenes of how you record the podcast, and then let them know that when you actually start the podcast, you won't be addressing the audience, but when the podcast is over, you'll be happy to come back and actually ask any questions that people might have about Christmas or about their podcast experience.
Oh,
right.
That's a good idea. That's a real good idea. Yes.
Right. Now you have a couple of things to do after that, and you're going to have to test this to see what happens, or the best way to do it. So once the podcast is finished and the actual live stream is finished, and by the way, you can create an overlay for StreamYard to let people know that there's a live recording, right? You can make a graphic, live podcast recording. I will answer all questions after the podcast is finished. And just put that down at the bottom so people know, hey, I'm recording right now. I'm not ignoring you. I'll answer your questions after the fact. And then when you actually, before you start the podcast, you put that overlay on so people know when that's on, I don't address the chat. When it's over, you take that off and you address the chat. Now, once the podcast the video part actually processes on YouTube and the video's live, you have an option here. And this is something that I would test. You could leave it up as is, right behind the scenes of a podcast, because you never know who's going to be interested in that. You never know. Right. So I would put a couple of those up and test those. And I would also do a couple more where when it's finished, you go into YouTube Studio and you cut off the beginning and you cut off the end to where all that's left is the actual podcast. So now you have like a Joe Rogan type podcast to where as soon as somebody hits play, there's your podcast intro where you start talking all the way to the very end. Yeah. So I would do both of those. I would do a handful of both to see if one gets better traction than another after the live stream is actually published.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I hadn't thought of that. I like that idea quite a bit. So
yeah, that's what I would do, because one of them might do better than the other for the replay.
Right.
Right. And then by doing this, you're creating that habit of going live. You're creating the habit of letting your audience know that you're going to be live every other week, you said?
Yeah. Well, I'll go weekly in October through Christmas, but every other week is when I have a podcast episode through most of the year.
Okay. Yeah. And you're letting your audience know I'm live during these times. You can watch me record and I'll answer any questions you have about Christmas. You can even answer questions before you go live. It's entirely up to you. But it by doing that, it allows your audience to come in to your actual production. You can even say something during the podcast, like during the actual podcast. You say, hey, if you ever want to come in and hang out while we record these live, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because we record these live. Right? Let your podcast listeners know you have a YouTube channel and you record the podcast live. Right?
Yeah.
Some people are really interested in that sort of thing. Hey, Tommy. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah. That's
that's
I'll
easy.
try that.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's really easy. Right?
Yeah.
And then if you don't have questions, if people don't want to engage, and sometimes that happens, and then when it's over with, you just thank people for hanging out and then you end the stream.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
The important thing is to build the habit of going live and to get comfortable with the gear, because I'm sure you know all about podcasting, you know about the gear when it comes to podcasting.
Yeah.
Your mic sounds fantastic, by the way. Your audio sounds great. So you've learned that side of it. Now you have to learn the side of the live streaming. And sometimes your camera is going to shut off. Sometimes you're going to disconnect and you're going to figure out how to deal with that.
Right.
You know? So just go ahead and start doing that and broadcast your podcast. And I think it'd be a great, easy way to get started. Then once you get comfortable with it, and once you start to see how people are engaging, then it might give you some ideas of what your audience actually wants. Then you might be able to spin that off into something new.
Right.
Right.
I'll definitely be trying that because I want to try get on it quick, because come late October, November, December, I didn't want to be trying something new, because that's when, when the eyeballs are there. I kind of want to work out some of the kinks. I know there'll be kinks along the way no matter what, but like the beginning jitters, if you will, like to get those worked out before then. So.
When's your next podcast you're recording?
I recording with a guy on Tuesday that has a book coming out, so I might be able to go live with him.
Yeah, just go live. Don't overthink it. Just put it in there, go live, and then learn from that. It might be a total disaster, or it might be smooth, but it might be a total disaster. Either way, don't even worry about it, because when the live stream is finished, if it was a disaster or if it's just something you were not happy with, you can always unlist it. You can make it private. You can delete it. You can do whatever you want with it. But if it's something you're proud of, leave it on the channel.
Alrighty. I appreciate the advice. I really do.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but if you are, let me know how it works out.
Okay. I sure will. Thank you.
See you, Todd. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you.
All about Christmas. That's amazing. Like, that's how you know someone truly knows their craft. Like, how do you keep your Christmas hype going? It's like, oh, there's so much to talk about with Christmas. Really? I would have never thought that. But that's the sort of thing, right? Like, how do I find my niche? Be like Todd when it comes to Christmas. Everybody has something that you can just talk about endlessly. Like, that's what you're making content about. All right. Next on deck, we've got, and I really hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Vernus?
No.
Vernus? No. Oh.
It's Burns.
Verns. Verns. Yep. My apologies. Verns, how you doing?
Okay.
How you doing,
I'm
Verns?
awesome. How are you? I love you. I love your brother. You guys are so amazing. I get a lot of inspiration from you guys. So thank you for everything that you do. I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for showing up and watching.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So my question is not so much of streaming. I love to stream. I have 2 channels. One is monetized. My question is a camera for a computer. Like, I like it, but sometimes I guess maybe I look foggy to other people. So what camera would you recommend? A webcam for a computer?
A webcam or something that's a little bit higher quality?
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know
I mean,
that someone recommended a webcam.
Are you working with a budget, or you're just like, I just want to buy something that looks good?
Well, I don't know. I do want to buy something that looks good, but I don't want to break the bank either.
Okay. First of all, I'm streaming with a camera, and I actually need to look this up. So give me a second, because I know they had an upgrade and I need to see what the price is currently. Hold on here 1 second.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. So the camera that I'm streaming with right now, and I'm just quickly looking, there's probably deals to be found. You know, maybe there's a Black Friday deal whenever that's coming, right? The camera I'm streaming with right now is about $700. So it's
Okay.
a little bit on the pricier end, but let me show you what this is. I actually bought two of them. Give me 1 second. I can just pull this off here. Hold on.
I think it's worth it if you're a serious content creator to put it into your channel. I believe that.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's this. I bought two of them. This is the Sony ZV-1. And it's great for if you want to shoot videos with it. It's great if you live stream with it. You will need a way to connect it to your computer.
Okay.
And you can pick this up for around $25 as well. Now, again, this is on the higher end. You don't need this. So this is what I'm using to actually go live with. And if you need details of how to actually set this up, send me a tweet and I can, help walk you through. Actually, you're a channel member now. So we can figure that out on Facebook.
Okay.
Another option is let me direct you to a channel who has been reviewing. Hold on here.
Okay. Thank you.
1 second. So there's a channel called Live Streaming Pros. Are you familiar with this?
No, I don't know them. Live streaming pros. Okay.
Yeah, Live Streaming Pros. Luria Petrucci she owns that channel.
Okay.
And 100% everything she does is about live streaming. And I know, and let me go look at her channel. Give me 1 second. Live Streaming Pros. I know she recently did. Can you guys see? Hold on. Yep,
okay.
you can.
I will be looking her up.
I know she recently did. Here it is. Best gear for live streaming.
Okay.
So she's looking into some of these other high-end webcams that are coming out. Right? Elgato has the new face cam, and it actually looks pretty good. So
Okay.
go over there and watch her videos about the Elgato face cam, and you can look up any of the other webcam videos that she has that might be recent, because I don't own any of those. I've only seen videos of people using them. So
Okay.
I can't say that that's the best way to go, but she's actually reviewing those over there. So go subscribe. She's got an amazing community over there as well. But go watch those videos. Look at the quality. The quality of the Elgato webcam, from what I've seen, looks fantastic.
Okay. Can you repeat the name of the camera that you just had?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Sony ZV-1.
Okay. And so
Yeah, now-
that camera hooks up to your computer and you can live stream off of it?
Yeah, let me 1 second. I'm unplugging stuff here. I've
Okay.
got two different setups. 1 second. Okay, so if you get the Sony ZV-1 or any pro level camera, right? If it's a webcam, it's going to plug in USB. But you're going to need something like this. This costs around $25 on Amazon. By the way, we can talk about this in the Facebook group or on Twitter, whatever you want. So this plugs in USB into your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And then it plugs in, there's an HDMI here.
Yeah.
And then you need an HDMI to, this is a full size, then it shrinks down to a smaller, like the mini HDMI. Is it the mini or the micro HDMI that plugs into the camera?
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
And
so looking at me now, do I look foggy to you?
you look a little bit soft.
Okay.
That being said, if I joined your live stream, I wouldn't complain.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You know, like I've gone live from a phone before. I've gone live in lower light before. Like if I joined your live stream, I wouldn't be like, oh, you look a little bit soft. That wouldn't even be like, it wouldn't even cross my mind.
Do you like using green screens?
I'm not a fan of green screen,
Okay.
only because in order to get a really, okay, do you see around your edges how it's kind of
Yes,
breaking up?
I have on green too, so I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So those are the sorts of things about green screen. You have to light green screen really well. You need a lot of light to get a green screen to look really good.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
Thank you.
what's behind me? You know how you can get those foldable green screens?
Yes.
Okay, I've got the exact same thing behind me, but it's black.
Okay.
It's black.
So I have a green screen behind. Well, right now I have something on, but I actually have a real full size green screen, and on the other side it's blue. So
Okay.
it's reversible.
Okay. Yeah. So I've got the same thing. It's black and I'm just shooting a light onto it
Okay.
because I don't have enough lighting to do a proper green screen.
Okay. All right. Thank
Right.
you. I will be looking into this. I really appreciate it. And I'll hit you up in the group and on Twitter.
Yeah. Hit me up.
Thank you.
The Elgato. Yeah. Go subscribe to Luria's channel. Like I said, she's testing everything over there. I don't have access to that stuff, but I know the Elgato cam actually is really good and it's a lot cheaper. Let me look what that is. Hold on one second. What's that called? The Elgato webcam. Let me see what that is. That's about, how much is that? What are you using right now?
So right now I have a Dell computer and I'm just using the camera that comes with the computer, but I also I live stream on my phone and I take video on my phone when I'm outside because I can't take my computer with me.
Okay, I see. So yeah, what phone do you have?
I have an LG.
Okay, is it a newer phone?
Yeah. It's a 7.
Okay, so you could technically use that too.
Right.
So okay, so on the StreamYard channel, let me drop a link to this. I'm going to drop.
Yeah, I
it
had streamed off my phone before, but I prefer the computer. I don't know. I
Okay.
just like the computer.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, go subscribe to Luria.
Okay.
Go check out the cams she's got over there. And then any questions you have whatsoever, I'm happy to even do like a video breakdown for you, showing you all the cables and all of that stuff. Just let me know what it is and I can send you links or whatever it is you need. We can do that over in Facebook and get you set up.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And if you need
Stay
to do like
safe,
it,
okay.
if you need
Love
to do
you
like
guys.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on. I'll see you in the group.
Okay. Love and
Or on
light.
Twitter or wherever you want to
Okay.
walk.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers. All right, we have face cams. Thank you, Renee. Face cam, and I think it's around $200 for face cam. Somebody said, yeah, Sammy says around $200. There you go. Reese's gameplay.
Welcome to the Niminati.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the Niminati. I'm locked out of Facebook at the moment. Head over to the community feed on my channel. You're going to have to scroll down a little bit, but you will see a link to a private Facebook group. Go in there. I'm answering all your YouTube questions in there. Also, every Sunday at 6 p.m. CST, that's before this stream happens, we do a members only live stream for about 30, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, where I do channel reviews. I look at your channels and give you advice. And it looks like you may have joined twice. So check your billing on that one. It looks like you may have joined twice. As much as I would appreciate that, you cancel one of them just in case. Yeah, it looks like it was a double. It could be a YouTube error. I'm not sure. Thank you so much. All right, Magic Flynn, there he is. First time you made it.
Yeah, I made it. How's everybody doing?
Come on, you're a live streamer. You got the headphones. You got the green. Come on.
Gamer.
Come on. Really?
Yeah.
Are you?
And this background is because I'm part of the Niminati with Nick.
Hold on. I need to go solo on you. What are we looking at? Is that like a Rick and Morty background?
It is a Rick and Morty background. It's actually cleaner than what my room actually is.
That is awesome. And you got the Niminati written like Rick and Morty. That is amazing. Look at that. best backdrop on YouTube, hands down.
Thanks.
So tell me, man. So you're gaming, but are you putting yourself on cam when you game?
I was for a while. Like last year, I was doing it. I was doing the little screen in the corner like that.
Yep.
But I don't know, because I wear glasses and stuff, and I try to look at my webcam, and as you can see, it gets the computer glare. I don't know how to stop doing that.
Angles. It's all about angles.
See, if I look down, it doesn't do it. So,
It's all about the
yeah,
angles.
so I was doing it, but then I was trying to test it out to see if how my view counts were doing or something like that.
Okay.
That makes any sense. And I don't know if it was doing better or worse at the time.
But by the way, people actually love your background. It says, holy crap, that Niminati background, yo.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Awesome, Rick and Morty. So you're getting caught up with the view count, right? Is that kind of the thing where you're like, I don't have enough views, or I wish more people were watching? Is that
Yeah,
I'm small. I do survival gaming health videos. Very small niche that I'm in,
okay?
and I've been doing it for about a little over 2.5 years, and I'm 75 below 1,000. But I got
early congratulations on that.
8,000 public view hours.
Okay.
So,
but then when you go live, like, why are you like, what are you hesitant about? Like, what's the holdup?
Well, I wouldn't know what this it's like talk about, like if no one shows up, because I've always like heard if you do live streams, you're supposed to talk like there's people watching. And I just wouldn't know what to say if there's no one watching, you know.
Let's clarify what you're talking about. Are you talking about continuing going live while you're gaming, or just doing a live stream while you're not playing a game?
Well, I thought about doing the live stream while gaming, and then like I'm always getting kind of like new ideas popping in my head at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, I'm like, I wonder if I do like a behind the gamer live stream where it's kind of like what we're doing right now. Just talking in general about games and why people get into them and stuff like that.
So when you were going live and you were putting yourself down in the corner,
and those weren't live. Those were those were pre-recorded help videos. Because I in the gaming niche, I see a lot of people doing that where they just put themselves in the corner. They're not live. And that's why I tried it out, and I wasn't sure if it was doing good or not, so I ended up stopped doing it.
That makes sense. Okay, so you haven't actually put yourself on camera while you're live streaming because you don't know what to say if nobody shows up.
Exactly.
Okay, what do you say when you're recording the video?
So when I'm recording the video, it's mostly when I do the recording, they are help videos. So it's kind of like not pre-set up, but I kind of know what I'm going to talk about. And sometimes I have to just like redo a few takes and stuff when I mess up. And so that's what I do when I do my help videos.
I see. What type of live streams would you like to do? Do you want to play the game while you're live? Like, what do you want to do?
I wouldn't mind doing like live gaming, live streams. I don't know if my connection where I'm at right now, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere, Arizona, Wi-Fi broadband. So
Where are you at? Where are you at in Arizona?
I'm near the border of Mexico.
Oh, wow. Do you mind smuggling some stuff over to me? Just kind of hand it over through the wall. You mind?
I'm near Fort Huachuca.
Okay. I've got family in Arizona. That's why I was asking.
Okay. Yeah, just get me offline and we'll work on out. And anybody who's watching this isn't happening right now.
No. Actually, I don't know. Is it illegal to hand stuff back and forth through the wall? I wonder.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Like, hey, here's a Starbucks. Thanks. Well, here's the thing. Like, I think that there's a couple of ways to go live to make it easy on yourself. Instead of thinking about, well, what if nobody shows up? Okay. Well, how many people show up for the video that you make? Nobody. Right. So what if you did this? What if there's a couple ways to do this. One, what if you just had some bullet points written down? Right. You just had or maybe do you script things or just put bullet points down for when you make your video?
I pretty much fly by the seat of my pants when I make my videos. I once in a while I'll write bullet points down, but then I forget to look at them anyways. And I just go.
Okay. So you can have some bullet points. Like anytime you're getting started and you're afraid, like, okay, well, if nobody shows up, what am I going to talk about? Write some bullet points down of things that you can actually talk about and expand on. Right. Okay. Like, okay, here's one bullet point. I could talk for 3 minutes about this thing. Or here's a bullet point. I could talk for 2 minutes, or I could talk for 5 minutes about this thing or whatever. Just give yourself a handful of bullet points so you can always get back on track in the event that your brain kind of shuts off, because man, I'm terrible about that. I am really terrible about just mid-sentence. My brain is like, good night.
I do that all the time, and that's when I usually have to do a retake of what I'm trying to do in my help videos. It's like, oh, what was I just talking about?
Yeah, I do that a lot too. So yeah, just you can have bullet points. You can always have something to talk about, or you could just not overthink it. Put your camera down in the corner, and just set up everything to just go live and play the game. Just go live and play the game, right? And if people show up, like, hey, let's just say Mr. Camera Junkie is showing up here, and you see Mr. Camera Junkie show up in the chat, like, hey, Mr. Camera Junkie, how you doing? And then just go back and keep playing the game. And if he says something, you can, hey, where you watching from today? And you can just start the conversation in a very human manner and just play the game and address people as they come in. Give them a little call out when they come in, and just don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't think that especially if you're playing a game, focus on the game. The people are going to be there to watch you play the game and interact with you while you're playing the game. You don't have to carry some big thing on your shoulders. But hey, I'm playing the game. I got to keep this huge conversation going. No, you can just talk. Here's a little trick. And I don't know how many people notice this, but anytime I need to do something, right? And you'll notice a lot of live streamers will do this, and it helps keep the dead air, because nobody wants those long, awkward pauses where there's dead silence, right?
Right.
One thing that a lot of live streamers will do is they'll just talk about what they're going to do. So earlier on, so I'm using a tool right now that helps me keep track of like super chats and so on and so forth. And I forgot to actually turn that on before I went live. So while I was turning that on, all I was doing was telling people what I was doing. That way there wasn't like 30 seconds of pauses. I would just say, okay, so now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to turn on the tool. It's going to help me keep track of the super chats and everything like that. You're going to see this tool come in here in a couple months. It's beta testing right now. And as I'm talking through that, I'm like, yeah, okay, I've got to log in here. It's going to send me the code. I'm just talking through what I'm actually doing. And that way I'm not having these long, awkward pauses. Right. So if you're doing gameplay, you just like, okay, you just talk about what you're doing in the game. Like, I don't know what game you're playing, but if you're on a mission or you're doing something, let them know, like, yeah, okay, I got, I'm going to go over here and open this thing, and oh, that wasn't there. Oh, look out for this guy. This guy always kills me. I don't know what you're playing, but just talk it through. Just talk through what you're doing. That way you don't have those awkward pauses. It's such a simple little thing. Literally just talk through what you're doing. And then as people come into the chat, just, hey, welcome, Mr. Camera Junkie. How you doing?
All right.
It's don't think of it as like this huge conversation that you have to have, because you don't. All you got to do is just.
And that's what I think I do, is I overthink everything, and I'm like, oh, I got to be constantly talking and stuff like that, and like interacting.
Yeah.
And then what happens if no one comes? It's like I've seen some that just sit there and don't say anything, and they stare at their screen, and it's like you jump on one of their streams, and that's kind of awkward. It's like,
yeah, right. Just talk it through. Do you want to do me a huge favor right now? And I'm going to put you on the spot like you've never been put on the spot.
All right.
You sure? I'm going to go use the bathroom, and I'm going to turn the show over to you. Okay, so this is a test. Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go use the bathroom, and I'm going to be quick. I'm going to use the bathroom, and I'm going to just put it on you. This is now going to be the Magic Flying Potato Show. And I want you just to tell people what your channel's about. I'm going to tell people about the game that you're playing, and just give them some details about the game. Just talk about the game. Talk about if there's characters, or talk about what the mission is. Talk about what the goal is of the game. And what I want you to do is, you don't speak really fast. Don't get all worked up. Just casually, just look at the camera and tell people what your channel's about. Tell people what the game is about. Imagine if you and I meet sometime, and I hope we get to meet sometime at Vid Summit or something like that. And I'm just like, hey, dude, tell me about the game. I bet you could talk for hours about the game.
Yeah,
probably. Okay. So that's what I want you to do. I'm just going to be like maybe 2 minutes, but I just want you to casually tell people what the game is, and what the goal is, and what the objective is, and how many players can play the game. Right. And just look at the camera and just casually talk about it like you were talking to me, and we're just sitting at Starbucks, and you're just telling me about the game because you want me to start playing the game.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
That's all you're going
All
to
right.
do. And I'm going to be like 2 minutes, or maybe I'm never going to come back. I mean, I could fall and bust my head open, and this is going to be your channel moving forward.
Oh, that's
so-
some huge shoes to fill right there.
Yeah. So here we go. Can we just everybody type this in right now in the chat? Let's go. Everybody just type this in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yep. We're going to get a couple of these and I'll turn it over to you.
All right.
So Bill says, tell us about your background and is there enough for 2 minutes? All right, here we go.
Oh, my background. There's a lot
Not
about
yet.
my background.
Not yet. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. Now we're gonna turn this over. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is trial by fire right here, my friend. You got this, man. You got the full support of the audience. Doug Houston says, I was just waiting for Doug to say, let's go. So when he says, let's go.
Thanks,
hey,
Doug.
Tracy, how you doing? All right. So here we go. I'm putting you on solo. So just here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Magic Flynn Potato Show.
Hey everyone, Magic Flying Potato here, and so I have a small survival gaming channel. Do help videos. My main game that I do play is called Grounded. It's made by a pretty big company, Obsidian, but it's a small group putting it together. And the base of the game is, if any of you ever seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that is what the game is about. You have 4 characters. You can play single player up to 4 players, and you're shrunk down to like the size of a bug, and you're stuck in your backyard. And it's early access, so as they're making it, they're slowly putting out more content and more missions for players to do. And so. And I know there was a comment about my background. So I started gaming. I think I had a Commodore 64. So I am dating myself. And the first game I had was on a tape drive. No, I actually correct myself. I had an Atari 2600, and our first cartridge was Space Invaders. And that's pretty much where I started gaming and have been gaming ever since. For the console I play on an Xbox sometimes, but I'm mainly a PC gamer. I've got a big old PC rig sitting right here next to me. Do I have a moderator? I have no moderators. No, Doug is being my moderator right now. Yeah, I definitely I actually, with the Commodore 64, I actually tried to start learning programming back in the mid 80s, and I was able to make a little ball bounce across the screen and stuff like that. That as far as my programming went with my Commodore 64. So yeah, so with the Grounded game, it's a survival game that you got to craft everything in the game. You got to find your own food. You got to find water. You craft things using pieces of grass or what they call wood stems, which are from dandelion tufts and stuff like that. And you build different types of walls and different types of building materials out of it. And it's all to survive. And the mission is you have to figure out why you were shrunk down to a little tiny person about this big. And there's a storyline behind it. And there's a big old pond in the backyard that you have to find and create diving equipment and go down and find this little lab up underneath the in the pond to find cassette tapes and stuff like that will move on the mission throughout the game. So I have been playing the game. I've been playing it since early beta last year. So it was around May 2020 that they had the closed beta. Month later, they opened it up for, now it's like what they call early access. So as we're playing it, the devs are developing it and putting out the new content It was every month, but now they're gonna focus in creating more content, and they're gonna be putting out every few months.
Dude,
Hey!
you're killing it. You're
Welcome-
killing it.
Welcome back, D.
Okay. How easy was that?
It was easy. I ran into a couple areas where it's like I'm like, what do I say now?
That's where the
But then I was
bullet
looking over
Right.
at the comments and trying to go
Right.
off of what the comments were saying.
point, right? So
We're
if you don't have comments, then you've got bullet points to talk about. If you do have comments, you don't have to worry about the bullet points.
Okay, right.
Dude, you were killing it. I was on my phone. I went in there. I was holding the phone. I was thinking to myself, walking back to the bathroom. I was like, I just turned my channel over to a complete stranger. I was like, I didn't even mention before I went to the bathroom. I was in there and I was like, I should have mentioned not to play any music or copyright things or like,
or start dropping the F-bombs everywhere.
right. Go Gary V on me, right?
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious. I come back and the channel's offline.
Channel's
right?
banned.
Dude, but you know what you just did was fantastic. Like that's it. And once you get over that jitter of carrying things, and dude, you weren't even playing the game. All you like, if you're playing a game, you actually have something to talk about.
Right.
And also when you're playing the game, like you don't have to keep that conversation going. You will over time build the muscles of keeping the conversation going. Just like, you know, like when you started playing the game for the first time, you sucked. You sucked at it. Everybody sucks at doing everything for the first time. Through repetition, you get better at it. Now you're at the point you've got a YouTube channel about it.
About
right?
making help content to help people not suck at it.
Exactly. The same thing applies to going live and keeping that conversation going. You have to build that muscle in order to learn how to keep the conversation going, right? So you don't have those moments to where it goes dead. And when you've got a game to play, people are a little bit understanding of that as well. They understand you're focusing on the game. But the better you get, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get streaming and talking and carrying on a conversation, so on and so forth. You know, you're going to build that muscle up just like you do everything else.
All right.
That was easy. You were so comfortable.
Not a problem.
That's not that bad. Now let's talk about your monitor here. Are you able to? Is that an actual monitor? Or are you on a laptop? What do you?
No, I've got a 26-inch curved monitor right now, and the problem is right now I only have one because the rest of my computer gear is on a ship from Germany. We were over in Germany for 5 years, and now we're back in the States trying to get reestablished over here. And so my other monitor is not here. So that was another thing I was thinking about is like having, because with when I had two monitors, it was so easy to do like make my game. And over here, I would have like the recording equipment going. I could actually see on my monitor over here what was going on.
Right.
And I know with like streaming games and stuff, you got your main game, and I know people have side monitors like on both sides and sometimes up here. They got all kinds of weird stuff going on. Yeah, but I was told I could use my phone if I use one of the programs to monitor their chat, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a huge monitor, you could bring that chat in just on like a corner, just like on an edge, because you can pop the chat out, right? You can go live on YouTube, you can pop the chat out, or you can size the monitor down and just keep it over on a corner so that it's just literally like a sliver of the chat. You could do that. You could also put it on a phone or a tablet if you've got something like that to monitor the chat. Also, as Bill said, as many subs as he has, I think he might need a moderator. Yeah, it's possible too. I would at least have one person that you trust, and if you don't have anybody there yet, you got to build some trust. Oh, you said Doug is part of your community, right?
No, Doug is he's part of the Niminati over on Nick's side as well. So that's where I know Doug from.
Okay. Yeah. Eventually you might need a moderator just so, in case you get somebody in there just causing problems, spamming or leaving, hateful comments or something like that. You definitely want to show them to the door on that one. So I would definitely consider at least one moderator.
Okay. All right.
Getting started. But dude, like you handled that so well, right?
Thank you.
when we're not doing it, we build this thing up in our head and make this stuff a lot more difficult than it really is.
Oh, I was about ready to fall out of my chair when I was sitting in the not green room because I was so nervous I forgot to click enter the green room. And then when I realized, I'm like, oh, I've been sitting here not even in the queue. So I was like nervous for no reason.
Right, but you're comfortable now.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
I'm still nervous. I'm still kind of nervous.
I mean, you took over my channel. I don't. You took over the channel, man. So no, you did an awesome job. Like,
thank you.
You got it. Like, here's the thing, dude. Like, you took over the channel. I think there were 50 people in here, and you didn't even skip a beat. You didn't even like, no, I'm not ready. You just did it. You did it. You didn't even hee-haw about it. You just did it. You just like, okay. Like you just did it. I was like, that's what it is. That's what live streaming is. You just do it. You just do the thing. And listen, sometimes it's a train wreck. Sometimes I do a live stream and, you know, sometimes it's just like every word that I say, I just trip over my words. Sometimes I just cringe at some of the things that I said. I'm like, God, you could have said that 1,000. There's 1,000 other ways you could have said those things. And you just pick the worst way to possibly say them. You know, if I don't like a live stream, I just unlist it. I just unlist it and it's gone. And then I focus on the next thing. I don't even worry about it. And don't worry about if people show up. Don't worry about any of that stuff right now. All you need to worry about is just playing the game and just being comfortable. People will come eventually. Like, if you get one person in there, that's awesome. I actually created a Twitch account for the purpose of hanging out with a smaller group of people. Right.
Okay.
What happens is at around like this live stream right now is pretty manageable, right? Like I do miss a couple of things here or there, but when streams start to get bigger, like you go into Nick's streams and it's just chaos over there.
Yeah.
You can't have that deeper conversation with your audience. Like if Renee Ritchie went live right now, it would be absolute chaos in his live stream because everybody's going to try talking to him, you know, but there's something really intimate about going live to just a couple of people, you know, 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, like, because we're trained to believe that like views matter and we need more people to show up. Like we're trained through social media to think that that's what's important. But let me tell you, man, I would much rather have a really cool, chill live stream with 5 or 10 people than I would with 50 people or 100 people that I couldn't talk to.
Right. Okay.
Because if there's like
sense.
5 or
makes perfect sense.
If there's 5 or 10 people in there, I can talk to every single person in there. Every single person in there. Here at 50, like this isn't even like a big size, but still I lose track of even super chats sometimes because what happens is when you're looking at the camera, you're not looking at the chat. And when there's a ton of comments going by, it's hard to go back and pick those things. But if you've got 5 or 10 people, you don't have a ton of comments to actually go through.
Yeah, and I noticed that earlier as you were gone, I was like looking at the camera, but I could out of the corner of my eye, I could see the chat going. And I look over and it's like, I want to read what's going by, but it's going by sometimes so quickly that it's like I pick up 1 or 2 things. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a really intimate thing with going live to just a smaller group of people. So enjoy it. If you've got 3 people show up, that's amazing. You know, play the hell out of that game for those 3 people. Talk to all 3 of those people as if they're your best friends, right? Because because they're there for you.
Yeah.
Those 3 people are showing up for you. So you need to show up for those 3 people. You will get to the point where it's going to be 30 people. You'll get to the point where it's going to be 100 people, right? But you're always going to look back at those smaller streams and go, wow, man, I used to be able to talk to everybody. Now, like even at like 40 or 50, now I have to worry about offending people because I can't acknowledge them. Like if people are coming and going, I think, okay, like for example, I'm using StreamYard right here. And if you're a channel member, you show up. Oh, well, not if I show the comment, but to me, they show up in the chat as green, right? Their username is green. Do they do that on the YouTube side? Let me double check. Hold on. I need to see what's going on. I'm not even sure. I'm looking here inside of StreamYard. Let me double check 1 second.
Okay.
Here. What are we doing? I think the channel members are going to show up as green. Yeah, they are. Okay, so they're showing up as green if they're a channel member. If they're blue, they're a moderator, so on and so forth, right? I'm always trying to pay attention to the channel members as they're coming in to at least welcome them to the stream at the very least. Like I'm training my eyes, because I can't welcome everybody. I want to, but I can't.
Yeah.
Right. You just can't. Once you
there's somebody that'd be a whole stream right there. Hey, welcome.
Right.
Going
Exactly.
down each name at a time.
Right. But I do. Hey, Matt Carves, how you doing? Perfect example. I try to welcome as many people as I can, but I do try to put priority on channel members because they've invested in the channel. They're supporting me. They're supporting the channel. I just want to try to address them as they come in. And I feel bad if I miss them. Right. I feel bad.
Yeah, I get it.
Because
I get it.
Chat's moving. But man, if there's 10 people in there, you don't miss anybody. You don't miss a question. You don't miss a comment. You don't miss anything. And I love that. I love that. So
it's like sitting down with a small group of people at a coffee house or something. You're all sitting there and chatting away.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. It's like sitting in a coffee house with like 3 or 4 people having a conversation. All your chairs are circled around the table and you can talk to everybody versus trying to talk to everybody in the coffee house.
Yep.
You can't do it.
And trying to listen to the entire conversations going on in a full coffee house. You'd be like,
while people are coming and going in and out of the coffee house. Right? You just can't do it. You can't do it. So
sit at the door and greet them. Hey.
Yeah. I mean, we're programmed to want the numbers. We're programmed to want the chat to move fast because we see people with huge streams that get hundreds, if not thousands or tens of thousands of people in there. And you're like, God, I would love to have that. Be careful what you wish for.
I don't know if I would like that. I think that
be careful what you wish for. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. So anyway, there's that. Listen, dude, you nailed it today. You knocked it out.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for those in the chat that were pushing me to do this for a while.
Yeah, here's what I want you to do. I know we're in the same areas and online and stuff like that. Let me know when you start live streaming.
Okay.
Let me know.
All right.
Yeah, let me know. Everybody in here is rooting for you. You got this, dude. You took over my channel. You got this. You got this.
So if you ever need a stand-in, just let me know.
Hey, listen, I'll take you up on that. I'll be like, hey, listen, I need to,
I need to take a sick day and
yeah, you got this, man. You did great, dude. Seriously.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody in the chat that was
your audio
pushing me to do
great.
it and all the good comments.
Your audio sounds great, and you got the best background. You got the Niminati Rick and Morty background, so that's amazing. I love it. All right, man. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How was that? People come on and they're like, oh, I'm not comfortable live streaming. And then they come on and they're just naturals in front of the camera. I think that's amazing. Hey, my Vivid Life, how you doing? It says, hey, D, I'm trying to get my footing while live streaming. All right, well, here we go. I'm going to drop. Thank you, Tokyo Paul. I'm going to drop this link. Oh, I'm dropping the wrong link in. I'm going to drop the link into the chat for anybody who wants to come on. If you're new to live streaming and you've got some hurdles you're trying to get over, or you're trying to build up the confidence, or you're afraid to go live, those are the people who I want to come on right now. Dropping the link into the chat right now. Anybody wants to come on, click on that link and come on in. We might do 1 or 2 more. We'll see. Tommy, how you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Low Crafty Nook, thanks for doing that. I was just hoping I came back to a channel. That's all. I'm in the bathroom and I'm just like, man, I should have mentioned don't play music. Don't turn it into an X-rated live stream. Oh, man. Thank you, everyone. That was awesome and fun. Dude, you rocked it. Tokyo Paul says, I started in real life live streaming in Tokyo 6 months ago. First time I was nervous. Now I'm just grinding. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I you know what? I need to find you and subscribe to you. I like watching IRL streams in places like Tokyo. Hey, Rushan Net, how you doing? Let me see if I've missed some stuff here. You're a great advisor. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I just want to see people get up and live. I want to see people making videos. I want to see people go live. Just get going, man. Just get moving. Just start the process. Get moving. Get shaking with it. Get going. Like, you'll figure this stuff out. Don't overthink it. You will figure things out along the way. Everybody sucks at first. We all have to learn certain things. There's so much to learn, and the faster you get going and get started, the better off you're going to be. Cousin Roy's Corner says, are you still using a single key light? Yeah, so here's what I've got right now. If you watched the video that I made for StreamYard, I'm using the exact same setup that I did in the StreamYard video. I think I just moved a couple of things around a little bit. I've got one Falcon Eyes key light. It's maybe this big or something like that. It's an LED light. I've got a little light here on the side, just filling in shadow. I've got this light that I pulled down earlier. It's another LED light, a little Falcon Eyes or aperture. I think it's the F7, just giving me a little light here in the corners to help me come off the background a little bit because of black shirt. And I've got a single aperture RGB light behind me, which is this little guy right here. Yeah, that's it. So I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using 4 lights. However, I don't always use the light that's creating this little rim light right here. A lot of times I just do 3-point lighting. Let me see here. Start now. That's right. Just get going. You'll figure it out along the way. You'll totally figure it out along the way. All right. Going back here. I'm going backwards through the chat right now to see if I missed anybody. All right. My C Prince says, hey, D, if a live streamer video is unlisted, do you keep any of the watch hours? So all that stuff is like public watch hours, right? As soon as you start hiding that stuff, that's where you lose those things. So yeah, you have to keep stuff published if you want to keep everything. Doug says, it's still manageable on my stream, but yeah, if the chat gets moving. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, the chats can really get moving sometimes. And a lot. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. And that's why I created a Twitch channel. I realized that on my channel, I can't have a smaller chat. I mean, this is cool. This size is good, but over on Twitch, you know, I do YouTube channel reviews over there. Recently, I've been playing music, making music over on Twitch, just, you know, for fun and stuff like that. And just, you know, a handful of people will show up, and that's fun. I can talk to everyone. In fact, I might actually do that tonight. When this is over with, I might eat and then go live on Twitch for a little bit. We'll see. Going back, Matt says, I'm yet to have a train wreck. You're not streaming enough then. Streaming enough. I think I went through puberty when I did that. Streaming enough. You will have a train wreck eventually. Something will happen. This is a chill live stream. Well, the Twitch streams are a lot more chill than this. Doug says, I went live on Twitch Saturday instead of YouTube. How was it? How did you like it? I actually like streaming on Twitch. Don't get me wrong, YouTube's great, but I don't know, just Twitch is a live streaming platform. It's built for streaming. I dig it. I know I'm not using all the features the way that I should and all of that, but I don't care. I don't have a goal over on Twitch other than just hanging out with people. You know, I'm not trying to grow my Twitch channel, but I just like hanging out with people over there. He's a great motivator. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. He did great. The potato flu. Yeah, he did. That was fantastic. Fantastic. I've been thinking about going live on Twitter and Reddit. D. Nimmin, what do you think about those platforms for live? I went live on Twitter one time. So what happened was I was live streaming back in Thailand in my studio over there. And we had I don't remember exactly what the details were, but the stream went down. And I ended up just grabbing my phone and going live on Twitter. And it was fun. It was fun. You know, it was a different format. People can hang out over there. It was fun. I've never gone live on Reddit. I've never looked into live on Reddit. I've never watched anybody live on Reddit. So I'm not even that active over on Reddit, so I can't tell you there. But I would say this, test it. Test it out and see how it works for you. Do you like it? Is it enjoyable? Is it reliable? Are people responding to what you're doing over there? If the answer is yes, then go for it. Let me see. Going backwards here. I love how accessible Restream is. You know, I haven't used Restream. I'm aware of Restream and you know, what it does, but I don't actually use them. So here on my PC, I've got StreamYard. Over on my Mac, I've got StreamYard and I've got Ecamm Live and I've got OBS. I haven't put in Restream yet though. Still trying to figure out Twitch. Twitch is cool, but the negative thing about Twitch is there's no discovery, right? Discovery features are pretty much non-existent over there. So it's really hard to build an audience. Where YouTube, people can find your live stream over on YouTube. People can find your replays. People who are not subscribed to you can find you on YouTube. Over on Twitch, that's really difficult. Discovery is incredibly difficult over on Twitch. Hey, Michael Prepper Tech, how you doing? You're making me want to restart my Twitch channel. Get on it, man. Get on it, especially if you're doing walkthroughs. You can use Restream or StreamYard or one of the platforms that do multi-streaming. You're walking through Tokyo, go live on all the platforms and just see what works. Just see what works. You might find that one platform blows all the others out of the water, and it might not be YouTube, or it might be YouTube. You won't know unless you try. I would also consider, if you don't have a TikTok account yet, go live on, well, I think you have to have 1,000 followers on TikTok. Make some videos, get 1,000 followers, go live on TikTok and do some walkthroughs on Tokyo with TikTok if you haven't already. You might be surprised over there. These actually an ILM volume set. The whole background is an LCD projection. It's how he gets realistic reflections. Yeah, this is like a really basic. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so here's what I can do. I'm using the background here because I'm in an Airbnb and I'm sitting in a corner, and it was just like a really ugly, uneventful corner. So I ordered this black fold out thing. I'm going to switch over to my laptop webcam, which is going to look terrible, but it's just temporary because I think if I show that, I believe I can show you more of my background. So give me 1 second. Integrate a webcam. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, I was trying to show you. I thought I could switch, but it's not letting me. Let me see what I can do here. I'm going to take a picture. I bet I can do it this way. Give me a second. I'm going to take a picture and then show you what's up. There we go. Hold on. I took 2 pictures. So here is my background. I'm sitting in a corner. Whoopsie. I'm sitting in a corner, and I've got this big fold out black thing behind me. Some people can get these for green screens. I just got a black one. And then I'm shining a single purple light behind me to give it that look. And you can see up in this corner, I've got this one little light behind me. That's what's giving me this little separation light right here. Ideally, I would have another one over on this corner, but I don't, because this is just kind of like a travel light kit. But that's all I have. Dope. Tyler Shepard says, you've inspired me to go live later tonight. Tyler, have you not gone live yet? Are you telling me you have not gone live yet and you're going to go live for the first time? Make it happen, man. Make it happen. You can do it. You got this. Baxter. All right, we have a living room here, ladies and gentlemen. See, I'm always nervous. I just pulled up a random person who came into my stream, and they've got their stream on here of a living room, and this could go terribly. There could be like a naked, I think it'd be a naked skin sheep that runs through the living room. I don't know what's going on here. Baxter, when you get in front of the camera, let me know, man. I'll pull you back in. I don't know what was happening there. Dope. That looks good. Yeah, it's simple. It's simple. And it looks better than just a boring white corner. So Tracy says it's open for, yeah, this stream's going to go south really fast. Yeah, I don't know what that is. They've popped in here twice. It looks like a green screen. They've popped in here twice, and I keep waiting for someone to actually get in front of it. And the anticipation. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't know Baxter. I don't know who was going to run in front of the camera. So who knows? Is that a photo? I think so. Baxter, I don't know what you're doing. It's a nice living room, though. A crafty nook. It's a beautiful living room. Yes, it is. You would never know it was a small screen. Like, yeah, right. I ordered this. So we got into this Airbnb, and it was just such a boring corner, and the light didn't really work very well. No matter what I did, I just couldn't get it lit well. Just the way that the room is set up. And I was like, you know what? I think this thing was like $50, $60 or something like that. And I just had it shipped in. It's on like a little stand with a hook at the top that holds it. Sits in the corner. Boom. Now I got a backdrop anywhere I go. Super simple. You know, it works. Totally works. Thank you. I think I pulled you up already. You're a ghost background. Yep. Traveling Picker says, I've probably done 100 lives. Interesting. Sometimes I need a nap before showtime. Having guests is fun, especially if they add to the volume of the value of the stream. Trolls can be tricky, but I'm quickly shutting them down. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, like going live is really addictive too. Addicting. You could say it either way, I guess. Buffering. Probably because I'm using my Wi-Fi. Usually when I go live, I'm plugged in, but I'm Wi-Fi right now. Donatella, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Dr. Disrespect is the only person I know who knows how to use a green screen. Yeah, he uses it well. Look, the key to having a quality green screen is lighting, right? Like 4-point lighting. 4 lights, lighting you up properly, making sure the background is lit properly. Then, and you need to have a fairly decent camera so you can get a nice crisp edge. But if you're not lit well, green screen just isn't going to work. If I missed any other questions here in the chat, scrolling backwards. You had me confused. I was starting to think you were planning for next year. Let's see, we're in September. Interesting StreamYard or Restream. Interesting TikTok 1,000 followers. I have a TikTok, but not that big. Listen, TikTok is crazy. Like, you never know. If you can come up with a really interesting couple of videos about Japan, like take your phone, and I know Tokyo, there's some amazing stuff there. You could just take your phone and go film in some really interesting area of Tokyo. Make sure you put some hashtags in there. Maybe use some trending music, and you'd be surprised, man. If the videos are decent and you're just doing like a walkthrough or something like that, it's easy to knock out 1,000 followers fairly quick if you just get a couple of the right video, a handful of the right videos. TikTok is really good about that. I hope not getting a copyright or ban. Well, yeah. So here's the thing about a copyright. Just don't use music that you're not allowed to use. Don't show stuff that you're not allowed to show. If you don't have a license or permission to use something, don't use it. That's the key to not getting a copyright claim. Sometimes there are accidental claims, copyright claims. Sometimes there's accidental copyright claims for music. Sometimes the AI does something incorrectly. Sometimes people will falsely claim a copyright to a song or something like that, and you've got to dispute it. There's always some bad things out there. Let me see. I'm going back to the chat, see if I missed anything. All right, I think that's it. I think I got Prism Live Studio. Yeah, Prism Live Studio is great. Yeah, I've got a couple of videos on Prism Live Studio. It's a basic video editor. It's a camera. It's great for live streaming. It's free. Works on all of your devices. I got a couple of videos on it. The dude living in a parallel universe is wild on TikTok. I haven't seen that guy yet. I don't think. People who use iMovie editing are being given copyright strikes. Oh, okay. So yeah, here's the thing. And I made a video on this. Do not use copyright-free music or royalty-free music that comes inside of a video editing app or inside of software. Don't use it. Even if they tell you you can use it, don't use it. There's tons of people, and it's not just iMovie. There's a lot of apps it's been happening for about a year and a half. There are a lot of apps that are having issues with the music, and artists are coming up and they're saying, hey, sometimes they double sell the music to multiple people. Sometimes there's false claims going around. So don't use any music that's coming from the apps or any of the free software. Get music from reputable sources that focus on music. That's it. Get music from sources that are made for music. Don't get it from the app. Don't get it from the software. Get it from places that are reputable for music. Hey, Super Chat. Whoa.
Super Chat.
Thank you so much, Donatella. Says, I made lots of changes that you suggested. I'm still working on my channel. Yeah, I saw you had a new channel banner, a lot more detailed, a lot more focused. Since I was looking at your channel, when you upload something or go live, YouTube now suggests your content to me, even though I didn't subscribe or do anything. But because we were looking at your channel so much, YouTube thinks that I'm interested in your channel. So they keep showing me, not for everyone, but they just keep tossing you out there like, oh, she's live, or oh, she's doing this. So yeah, I saw the new channel art. Good direction. I'm on my 5th channel because YouTube AI thinks my voice is copyrighted. What? What do you mean? What do you mean your voice is copyrighted? I don't understand what they're doing. All you're doing is speaking and you're getting a copyright claim. Are you showing anything on the screen? Are you playing music or anything like that? Because that's really unusual that the AI thinks your voice is owned by somebody else. Is the YouTube audio library safe? Yeah. So here, hey, Gabe. So here's the thing about royalty-free music. Everything, Epidemic Sound, Artlist, MusicBed, YouTube Audio Library, Stream Beats, like all these resources, they're safe. But the thing is, because of the way the AIs are set up, because of the systems that are used to protect content, and because of copyright trolls, sometimes false copyright claims are filed, right? You can dispute them and you will usually win, but sometimes false claims do happen. So yeah, YouTube Audio Library is safe. Does that mean you're never going to get a claim? No, you might get a claim and you might have to figure out how to dispute it with them. But usually 9 times out of 10, if you get it from a reputable source, 9.9 times out of 10, and you dispute it, you'll usually win that dispute, right? But a copyright claim is not going to hurt your channel. A copyright strike will hurt your channel. If you get 3 strikes within a 90-day period, they will terminate your channel. But if it's an audio issue, it's always going to be a claim. Because people, if you are monetized, they want to claim that monetization. So, even Epidemic Sound and Artlist and MusicBed, every now and then you'll see people get claims from them and then they contact them and they get it cleared up. There's just it's an imperfect system. We do the best we can with an imperfect system. See Ova, his channel name. Okay, I'll check it out. Almost believable. I'm actually going to check it out right now. Hold on. See Ova. Open up TikTok. See Ova. Hold on here. I'm looking in See Ova. What's it called? COVA. Why can't I find it? Where's it at? Okay, so I don't see it, Tommy. If I look at Cova, Cova, not Cova. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Cova. So let me take off the C. And you see what I'm doing right here? I'm talking through what I'm actually doing to keep the conversation going. Tommy, I still don't see it. So users, if I put in Cova like you did, unless I'm doing something wrong, and I look at users, I'm still not looking at it. Or is it, I don't know. Let me know what it is. I'm doing something wrong. No, Cova is here. Oh, I thought you were talking about the funny person on TikTok who you're talking about. What can I say? Fidel says, I'm going to start my channel about what takes to make you decide to be a screen printer in apparel, decoration in general, besides reviewing what I've been doing for 33 years of experience. Here's the thing, man. You've been doing that for 33 years. You are a wealth of information. So if you're going to start a channel and you're going to walk people through what it is to do what you do, I would start at the basics, right? Start at the basics and think through all of the hurdles you had to overcome when you were getting into this industry. And also keep in mind that things have changed from when you started to now. So try to modernize things for the hurdles that people might encounter that they're going to have now getting into the business, because it's obviously going to change from what you went through 33 years ago. Just think through those hurdles, like every hurdle someone has to go through, or every problem they have to solve, or questions that they have. Like each one of those things is it's its own video. It's a standalone video. So you can make those videos for the beginners, and then make a series of videos for the beginners, put them in the playlists, and then get through intermediate and just kind of build them up and walk them along the process and make your channel a destination for people who want to learn about screen printing, and just walk them through the entire process. Oh, there he is. CEO for the technician. Oh my goodness. I almost got a free YouTube channel. Hey man, I would have just completely subscribed to your TikTok and looked at your channel. Yeah, Tommy threw me for a loop on that one. That's hilarious. I moved a short to my shorts channel and immediately got a claim from Epidemic. Oh, interesting. I had not whitelisted my shorts channel. Interesting. So you created a second channel for shorts. You put the shorts over there. You got burned by Epidemic Sound. Gotcha. Love it. Man, that's hilarious. Unless you're using a robot voice or a voice changer. Yeah, I'm not sure how somebody could get a claim on their voice unless they're using something that sounds similar to something else. Like you said, like a robot or something, or it just sounds like something else. That's what I've been telling people, do not use it. Yeah, I would avoid all the app music, all the software music, avoid it all. Deal with companies who provide music, right? iMovie's a video editor. All the other apps are video editors, a software, that's for editing videos. Edit your videos there. Get your music from places that focus on music. I'm going backwards here. First claim ever. Yeah. Well, thankfully, a claim doesn't really hurt your channel, but yeah, I hear that. All right. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:19 my time. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the amazing questions as usual. And thanks to everyone who came on and went live with me tonight. You guys did an amazing job. I'm looking forward to seeing you all going live on your channels. You're all ready to go live. You just need to do it, right? We build up these hurdles in our head and we find all these reasons not to go live. When in reality, you just got to not overthink it. Just hit live and you'll figure it out along the way, right? You will jump and you will figure it out along the way. And if it doesn't work out, you just unlist the stream and nobody will ever see it again. So thank you so much. Again, I will be back here next Sunday, same place, same time. Have an awesome week. Moderators, Doug, thank you for holding it down. As usual, I will see everybody next week, and I might be going live on Twitch maybe in 30 minutes or so. I don't know. We'll see. Keep an eye on your Twitch if that's the case. Maybe I'll be live up there. We'll see. Have a great week, everybody. Cheers.